The gymnosperms are a rather unique group of plants. We tend to call them cone-bearing plants because the fruiting structures on them normally resemble some sort of cone. They are considered to be very old groups of plants. We're going to look at how do we break them down into the major groups. In this case, again, we're going to look at about 3 major groups. The first major group says it's got a stout trunk. It's got hard, stiff, evergreen leaves. These are called the cycads. The cycads had been around a long time, dating back hundreds of millions of years. When we look at a cycad, we often see something like this. They're often called palm-type trees, like a sago palm. They're a little bit different from palm trees because they look like they're shrubs, but when you start looking at the leaves, you actually see that the leaves are rolled, and a palm tree does not roll its leaves like this. They are, again, rather unique types of plants. They're slow growing. They're rather old. We have one group in the gymnosperms that has delta-shaped leaves. These are the ginkgos. The ginkgos have leaves that are delta-shaped, but they've got, again, parallel leaf veins. So in the gymnosperms, when you find something that looks like this, it's going to have parallel leaf veins in it. Again, Ginkgos, it's a single species. It traces itself back about 50 million years. The remaining group in here says basically we find non-motile sperm. We call these the Pinidae or the pine tree-like things. This is bald cypress. This is Cunninghamia. This looks like an evergreen. These are pine tree-like things. The Pinidae or the pines are the much larger group, and we find a much more varied grouping of them. So when we think about the gymnosperms, we think of things that have cone-bearing like fruiting structures, and they are very unique in the way that they are formed, and they do not have what you would call bright, showy flowers.